Okay, so a lot of you are probably wondering, I say a lot, I think the 60 or so that I've got right now, are probably wondering where I've been for the last few months, I say probably 4 or 5 months now. Well, long story short, I haven't been feeling too well, and basically my bike is dying. And that's the short way of saying it. So basically, making this video today is probably my last ride on the 125 Pulse Adrenaline, which feels good. And why? Because I'm going to get a new bike. In the time that I've been gone, I've gone and passed my test, the A2 license, which means I'm actually restricted to like 48 brake horsepower or something, 47. Which means now I can move on to a bigger bike and not have to struggle up banks that are quite frankly just nothing really. And I don't have to shift down into second or first to get up a bank. That was a bit sketchy. Yeah, I didn't have to change into second gear or first gear sometimes to get up a bank. That's one of the biggest changes. Purely because this bike, I think stock they've got about 10 horsepower or something like that. 10 to 12 horsepower. It's the 2010 Pulse Adrenaline basically. Yeah, 10 to 12 horsepower. It goes about 60 mile an hour. If you're a big guy, like I am. If you're lucky, it goes 65, 70 mile an hour. Some people have claimed 80, but I don't believe that. This bike just hasn't got it. It's not fared enough either. Anyway, tomorrow or Wednesday, today it's Monday the 26th or 27th, I'm going to pick up a new bike, hopefully if all the plans go through, which I'll be making plenty of videos of, because I don't think there's enough videos online of them bikes, considering their age is like they're about 10-15 years old, some of them, and there's just not enough quality videos out there. Pretty much all the videos are done with toasters, and quite frankly, like, as a buyer, I wasn't really impressed with the video quality and such. So I've got a new camera now. It's a 60D. Got a couple of nice lenses for it. I say nice, budget lenses if you're into photography really, but got about £1,000 of photography gear. So hopefully help me get some really nice photos of the bike. I only reveal the bike when I actually get it. Keep the suspense going for the whole 20 people that watch these videos. I'm included. Yeah. The new bikes complies to the law of 47 brake horsepower. Exactly almost. Look, I'm dying in 4th gear right now. Ugh. Come on! It's like going 33 mile an hour. It's struggling. That's the main bad point about these. But for the most part, I've had this bike now for 1.5 to 2 years, and it's been so much fun. I've got so much love for the Supermotos, which is why I'm going to do a naked bike now. Closest thing I can get basically to a Supermoto. I looked at the YZF 450s and the DRZs, which is what usually the main go-to, the DRZs for Supermotos. Oh god. That's what I mean about second gear. Struggling to accelerate at 20. Yeah, the naked bikes are basically the closest things to what I can actually get. But then the bigger bikes, say the 600s and such, you can restrict them, but obviously you've got the insurance then to deal with the whole trying to prove that it's restricted and stuff. So if anyone can guess what it is, if anyone watches it, that'd be cool. So basically I'm going now up to Hilltop to get some photos of my bike. Hopefully there's not many people there, because it's cold, so it's about 2 degrees C I think today. Lovely warm place in sunny England. But yeah, you'll see Hilltop just around this corner now. It's going to be my farewell video to the Pulse. It's been a good 2 years, Mrs. Pulse. I've really abused it, kind of thing. So much so. Considering it's a Chinese bike though, I mean, never let me down, not once. Not once. I've done 11,000 kilometers. I had it on about 400 kilometers a couple of years ago, 2 years ago I think. And it's not letting me down at all. I think I've had a lot of new tyres, because obviously the tyres are just brutal on that bike. Other than that, not much at all. This Hilltop, which I think you've seen before. This is where I'll be coming when I get my new bike. And that's to say, nothing goes wrong, aka it doesn't snow or something like that. So yeah, see you when I get my new bike. Okay, this is a prime example of what I was on about. Where I live there's a place called Leek, a couple miles away from me. And to get back from Leek, well I suppose it depends on which way you're coming from. To get back to my area from Leek, there's this bank, right? This bank's a 40. My bike, my Pulse Adrenaline 125, will struggle to get up this bank. I'm in fourth right now, there's like a horse transport thing in front of me, right? And I wouldn't be able to overtake this, there's no way. And we're about 24 miles an hour right now. To say that the Pulse Adrenaline has more torque than my old CBR 125, like this is basically exactly what I mean. I meant to be getting 40 up here, but I can only just manage like 30 odd. And the bike that I learnt on, which was a BMW GS650 GS, something like that, that fixed every problem. Obviously I'm used to 125s, but obviously yeah, that's got about 50 horsepower, not the same as what I'm going to be getting. And people don't understand this unless they do it themselves. Like, when you have a 125 or a 50, or, you know, unless it's a two-stroke 125, I mean, you've got a lot less, like, problems with that. You're not faced with these problems, like, if you've got a bigger bike than that. I'd say a 250 would handle it just adequately. If this had about another 5 horsepower on top of the 10, probably 8 it's got now, because it's, like, fucked. To put it blunt, yeah. If this had a couple more horsepower, this, you know, I think a lot of people would agree with me. Anyone who has Pulses or Superbike, RMRs, anything that is deranged from this. Deranged? That's basically the same idea. We'll know exactly what I mean. You go up a bank, that's it. You've got like no power at all. You have power, but you don't have enough. Which is one of the main reasons, other than the car insurance, because all my quotes are like through the roof. Maybe it's because of where I live, I don't know. To get an insurance quote on like the Ford car, KA, the ones that are meant to be the cheapest cars to insure for a new driver, they were about £4 grand for me a year. Considering I'd pay £300 a year for now for this, that's absurd. Plus I'd have to pay a lot more petrol too. Well, I say that, I wouldn't ride off as much. Wouldn't ride off as much if I had a car. wouldn't be as enjoyable. Unless I had a Ferrari or something. I won't get a Ferrari, I get a Porsche. That's my point anyways. I totally went off track. And it's one of the main things that's going to change my life. Like, it changed my life when I went from a 50 derby send it, which is like a motocross two-stroke kind of thing. I had that, and then I went up to my CBR, which was like way faster. Or it was either way, well, yeah, kind of a bit faster, but there was a lot more torque there since it was 4-stroke. And what that meant was I had so much more freedom of where I could go in a race, like, because I wasn't restricted by banks then. Now this bike's depreciating in value as well as horsepower after the 12,000 miles it's done, which admittedly have been fantastic. Not missed a beat, always started first time every time, without a doubt. You know, this is where you're given a problem. I mean, you can buy new engines on eBay and stuff like that, but that's the price of getting a new one. Like these Wingard, Wingard, whatever you call them, they are worth more than my bike. Maybe not. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Yeah, these bikes are worth absolutely nothing because they're Chinese, and everyone says they're crap. Been the best bike in the world for me, but everyone says they're crap. Other than the whole power thing. I've ranted so much today, like really. I've ranted like every 1 minute, different rants, like a multi. Oh no, no! The rain's coming! Oh god. Oh, okay, never mind, false alarm! He just spat a little bit and then that's it, don't want to do any more. So I'm gonna head back home now. That's the ranting done for today. Maybe 1 or 2 videos will be up soon. Maybe this will be one of them. And then obviously my new bike video, which I kind of fucked up on. As you'll see if you've seen the other video. So yeah. I'll be back with more videos soon. Goodbye. Come on. Triple downshift. Couldn't get much more hardcore than that. 5th to 2nd. And it's still slow. I mean fast. I mean... Ugh. No, it's slow. Try to make yourself feel better, okay? $20, $30, $40, $50. Woo! Well, it's not actually quite, it's like 49 and off. Yeah. Officially, it's like 50 now. Because of down bank. Yeah. As you can see, this bike is a lightning bolt. Literally. One that's never gonna fucking hit the ground. Or fucking happen, or anything like that. That's why I call it Rocket. That makes no sense. It's a lightning rocket, alright. Look at 50 again. It must have taken us at least half an hour to get there. That's enough to give me a rush, 0 to 10, 0 to 15, 0 to 100 mile an hour.